Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. ഇന്നത്തെ സ്പെഷ്യൽ ഓണം വീഡിയോ ആണ് കേട്ടോ. ഓണത്തിന് ഒരു സ്പെഷ്യൽ വീഡിയോ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് ഒരുപാട് ആഗ്രഹം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ എന്ത് വീഡിയോ ചെയ്യാം എന്ന് ഒരുപാട് ആലോചിച്ചപ്പോൾ തോന്നി പഴയ ഓണത്തിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ ഫോട്ടോസും വീഡിയോസും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് കരുതി. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് കേട്ടോ ഈ വീഡിയോ ഇവിടെ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ കവർ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് കുറച്ചാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയത്. ഓണം സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പഴയ ഫോട്ടോസും വീഡിയോസും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് കരുതി. അപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ കയ്യിലുള്ള കുറച്ച് സേവ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള കുറച്ച് ഫോട്ടോസും വീഡിയോസും എല്ലാം ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ കൂടി ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുകയാണ് കേട്ടോ. അപ്പോൾ ഓവർ ദ ഇയേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 10, 15, 20 ഇയേഴ്സ്, ഈവൻ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു 30 ഇയേഴ്സ് മുന്നേ എൻ്റെ വീട്ടിൽ ഓണം സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്തതിൻ്റെ ഫോട്ടോസ് ഞാൻ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ആക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ 30 ഇയേഴ്സ് മുന്നേ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇന്നത്തെ ഓണത്തിനേക്കാളും ഒരുപാട് ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആണ്. ഈവൻ പൂക്കളം പോലും നമ്മൾ പൂക്കളം ഇടുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുമുള്ള പൂക്കൾ പറിച്ചിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇടാറ്. പക്ഷെ ഇന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പൂക്കളെല്ലാം വളരെ അഡ്വാൻസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ട് പൂക്കൾ വാങ്ങിയിട്ടാണ് പൂക്കൾ ഇടുന്നതൊക്കെ അല്ലേ. ഡിഫറൻസസ് ഉള്ള ഒരു ഓണം ത്തിൻ്റെ ഫോട്ടോസ്, പിന്നെ ഓണക്കോടി കൊടുക്കുന്ന ഫോട്ടോസ്, റിലേറ്റീവ്സ് വീട്ടിൽ വരുന്ന ഫോട്ടോസ്, അങ്ങനെ 1-2 ഞാൻ സേവ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. എൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ അധികം ഫോട്ടോസ് ഇല്ല. എൻ്റെ കയ്യിലുള്ള ഫോട്ടോസ് ഇവിടെ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാണ്. സദ്യയൊക്കെ അന്ന് മമ്മിയൊക്കെ തന്നെയാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുക. ഒരുപാട് സ്ക്രംഷ്യസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള തൃശ്ശൂർ സ്റ്റൈൽ സദ്യയാണ് അന്ന് ഉണ്ടാക്കാറുള്ളത്. കുറച്ച് ലുക്സ് ഓണത്തിന് ഞാൻ ട്രൈ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള കുറച്ച് ലുക്സും ഇവിടെ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. ചില ലുക്സ് ഹിറ്റ്സ് ആണ്, ചില ലുക്സ് അറ്റ മിസ്സസ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട ലുക്സ് ഏതാണെന്ന് പറയണം, മിസ്സസ് ഏതാണെന്ന് പറയണം. ഒരുപാട് ആളുകളിൽ നിന്ന് ഇൻസ്പയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ലുക്സുകളാണ്. അപ്പോൾ എന്തായാലും നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്സ് അറിയിക്കുക. കുറച്ച് റെസിപ്പീസ്. നമ്മൾ എല്ലാ വർഷവും പായസം ഉണ്ടാക്കും വീട്ടിൽ. അപ്പോൾ പ്രഥമൻ, ലൈക്ക് പാലട പ്രഥമൻ, അടപ്രഥമൻ ആൻഡ് പരിപ്പ് പ്രഥമൻ, ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഫേവറേറ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ റെസിപ്പീസും ഞാനിവിടെ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ആക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടിട്ട് എന്തായാലും നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക്സ് അറിയിക്കുക. ആൻഡ് ഇവിടെ ടൈം സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്തതിൽ ഒരുപാട് നന്ദി. താങ്ക് യു ഓൾ വൺസ് അഗെയിൻ ആൻഡ് വിഷിംഗ് യു ഓൾ എ വെരി ഹാപ്പി ആൻഡ് പ്രോസ്പെറസ് ഓണം. ബൈ. This is melted jaggery, sharkara pani we call it, and this is ada getting ready for the ada pradhaman. This is my first attempt in my life to make ada pradhaman. This is my husband's favorite payasam, so I thought I'll make as a treat for him for Onam 2021. This is, we call it Onam palu or talap palu. This is the rendam palu. It's made out of coconut. The rendam palu is always coconut milk, which is a little thinner than the talap palu or the first or the Onam palu. This is the part where the cooked ada and the sharkara, that is jaggery, melted jaggery, is being mixed. It is cooked at a low flame and brought to a thicker consistency before we add the coconut milk. And here goes the final product, Adapradhaman, first ever. And this side, what is getting ready? This is Palgova. I checked, I was taking some milk for tea and I realized it has got curdled. So I decided to make Palgova out of it. This is how it looks like. Palgova used to be our favorite childhood snack that was made at home with leftover milk. Back to Adapradhaman. Here the payasam is ready. Here the ila ada is getting ready. I cook it once in a while, and it was Onam and it was a special occasion, so I decided to make it as a breakfast. The leaves that are covered are basically banana leaves or plantain leaves, we call it. Special payasam pradaman getting ready. Payasam is different from other pradaman because in payasam we use cow's milk usually, whereas in other pradaman we use the melted jaggery and coconut milk, and the tastes are two distinct flavors and both taste fantastic, trust me. For payasam, I usually buy the payasam mix and cook it in at least 2 liters of cow's milk at a low flame for around 30 minutes and bring it to half the quantity. So by the time in 30 minutes it becomes a thicker consistency with a very yummy taste. And that's the kind of flavor that we enjoy for the payasam. So our payasam pradaman is almost ready. It's almost in the final stages. So we'll be putting in some ghee and it is ready to serve. If you like, you can also add ghee roasted cashews and sultanas to this payasam to add a different flavor.
What?
Here the payasam is ready and is being served. These are some of the pictures taken during our Onam visit to Kerala. It's around, I think, so many years ago. Here, when I was trying to make parippu pradaman, I noticed that the jaggery packet receipt was completely rotten. I had to throw it off and order a new packet before I started the cooking. I usually soak and then dry roast and then cook the parippu or dal before I start with the payasam making. The ingredients are usually the jaggery, melted jaggery and coconut milk, both the first and the second coconut milk. One is thinner and the first one is thicker. Now mix the melted jaggery and cooked dal and bring it to a thicker consistency. For the final part, we add both the parts of the coconut milk and bring it to a boil and switch it off. We also add ghee sauteed coconut chunks and cashews and sultanas for the garnishing part. The final payasam looks like this after garnishing. These are some of our Onam pictures taken when my sister and her husband had come over to visit us during one of the Onam festivities. Today I'm going to make two different dishes. One is sambar
and one is chicken curry. Both my own recipes, but of course inspired from different people. This sambar is a quick sambar, which this recipe was shared to me by one of my colleagues, ex-colleagues. So she told me about this quick sambar recipe. This is not the usual method of making sambar, but this is the quickest way of sambar making, and this is what we all like here. If I go for the actual sambar, I don't know, my kid and my husband doesn't enjoy it as much. So the quick sambar is something all of us really like. So today's recipes: quick sambar and chicken curry. So let's begin. So to prepare the easy sambar, I have got my cooker ready here. It's a very small cooker, okay? It looks bigger in this video, but it's basically a very small cooker. Then I've got some tur dal. I'd be using around 1 and 2 handfuls. Maybe a little more if I need a thicker sambar. So I'll go for a thicker sambar. So I'm going for 3 handfuls of tur dal. I'll wash it. This is my washed and cleaned tur dal here. Now I'm going to add the washed and cleaned sambar veggies. I buy it as a sambar mixture from Lulu. So I pay around 9 dirhams for this. I'm not going to separate any vegetables. Sometimes I used to separate, but nowadays it's easier than before. So I just add all the veggies here. Along with this, I also add a shallot of garlic and a bit of onion too. So after adding the garlic and onion, I'm going to add a teaspoon of, little more than a teaspoon of salt, a pinch of turmeric, and a pinch of hing or asafoetida goes in here. Yep, that's it. And I close the cooker and put it on the gas. Sambar getting ready side by side. Sambar is cooked. Now to the garnishing and the tasting part. As soon as one whistle is done, I try to open the lid by putting it under water. I open the lid and it looks like this. This is what we like. The actual sambar may not be like this, but this is our home method, our home recipe. When the sambar is getting ready, I'm going to work on the chicken, and for which I've taken 4 onions, some garlic, a ginger. I'll be also adding a tomato and some green chilies and curry leaves too. Let me start cleaning and chopping them as the prelims for the chicken curry. And the sambar is getting cooked on the stove there. So let's start the second phase of my cooking for the day. The onions, garlic, ginger, everything peeled and cleaned. Now I'm going to chop them into fine pieces. Meanwhile, I put my pan for preparing the chicken curry. I usually cook meat in coconut oil. So I'm going to pour some coconut oil into my pan for the chicken curry. Into which sometimes I flavor the oil with garlic and then I put in the onion. So this time I'm going to flavor it with garlic, then followed by onions. Let me flavor the oil with the garlic first. gives out a nice aroma at this stage. That of coconut oil mixing with garlic. It's a nice smell. Meanwhile, I had soaked some tamarinds. This for sambar in normal water. Whenever I take this tamarinds, I think of our Chechiyamma. Chechiyamma is my husband's father's youngest sister. She's the one who sent these tamarinds to us. She makes it at home. She picks it up from our what do I say, garden. I cannot call it a garden, we call it parambu in Malayalam. It's like the tree and all the plantations behind our home. That's my husband's home. So she picks them, removes the seeds and dries and packs and sends it to us. So whenever I take this, I think of her. And I'm going to pour this tamarind juice into sambar. Only the juice I'm going to pour in, not the tamarinds, okay? Okay. Let it mix well. Now I take some curry out of the sambar and pour it into this glass in which we had the tamarind juice. I have a purpose for this curry. I'll show you what the purpose is. To this, I'm going to add around 2 tablespoons of sambar powder. I have tried different kinds of sambar powder, but this is one of my favorites. This is one of our favorites, Brahmin sambar powder. Somewhere it's the closest sambar taste I like. So around 2 tablespoons of sambar powder. Mix it well. Once it's mixed well, we are going to pour it into the sambar curry. Meanwhile, the garlic is getting sauteed in the coconut oil. Aroma is filling in the room. Make sure it's mixed well so that there are no lumps in the curry. That's the reason why I do like this, otherwise it ends as lumps. Now I'm going to pour this into the sambar. Now mix thoroughly everything. After adding the sambar powder, wait till it boils, bring it to a boil, and then we'll end it with garnishing. I think it's almost getting boiled, so just give it the time to boil. Meanwhile, I'm going to add the onions for our chicken curry. Oh, the sambar has been boiled. Now I'll remove it from the stove, keep it aside, and begin the garnishing. Meanwhile, the onion should get sauteed for the chicken curry. So let it simmer for some time while I garnish the sambar. For the purpose of garnishing the sambar, again I use some coconut oil. Put in some mustard seeds. Let it splutter. I'm waiting for it to splutter, okay? While the onions are getting sauteed for the chicken curry, I'll increase the flame a little bit, I guess. Oh, the mustard is still sleeping. I have to wake it up. Let me hold it like this. Wiki mustard. Yep. Finally, you're waking up. I'll just. Rice are almost there. Now I don't know, we don't like fenugreek seeds. I like fenugreek seeds, but my hubby darling and my child doesn't like it, so I just use some fenugreek powder instead of fenugreek seeds. You're actually supposed to use fenugreek seeds, okay? I'm going to put in some red chili, saute it nicely. I'll also add, okay, so saute everything. Bell. I'm able to hold the camera and the pan together till managing, still on track. This is the final flavor for the sambar. You could use more of this garnishing, okay? Here we like it really simple, so as per our taste I'm making this, so you can make your own modifications as per your interests and taste and all that. Now pour this into our sambar. Oh, my beautiful sambar.
Sorry guys, I forgot to take the video for the remaining of the chicken curry.
Happy autumn.
Some Onam wishes from all of us to you people.
Happy autumn.
Adding some pictures from the Onam memories of the past years. This is my mom and dad celebrating Onam almost 30 years ago in my home in Kerala. This was my whole family taking a picture in front of our home after putting a pookalam. Unfortunately, the pookalam didn't get captured in this picture. This is me with my sisters and cousins.
This is the picture of the scrumptious Onam Sadhya prepared and being served and being eaten by mom and dad at my home almost 30 years ago. This is the Onam Kodi part where we give our dresses for the Onam celebration. This is my Valichan and Valema visiting us for the occasion of Onam. Those days our relatives and cousins visited us on all the important festivals. This is Pattu's first Onam and of course the Onam Sadhya pictures. So here goes some more pictures from our Onam celebrations, and there are a couple of them I have shared through this video album here. I hope all of you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoyed sharing it with all of you people here. And once again, thank you for spending your time, Onam time, with us, and wishing you all a happy and very prosperous Onam. Thank you and bye-bye.